Hey, it's Mindy with Astrology by Love, here for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising's horoscope for June 2025. We will be starting at the new moon on May 26th in the sign of Gemini and going to the new moon on June 25th in the sign of Cancer. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Please like and subscribe. I've got some pretty cool links down below with some discount codes, and I appreciate you hanging with me. Let's go ahead, jump in, and get started. On May 26th, that new moon in Gemini, Sagittarius, this is in your 7th house. This is the house of your partnerships, long-term relationships. There's some kind of new beginning there, and it's a blessed and beautiful one. So Jupiter and Mercury are there. This is an excellent time for communication. This could be something as simple as going with your sweetheart to get a new cell phone plan together. But abundance and communication, beautiful new start with your partner. Enjoy this day, May 26th. Then on May 27th, Mercury, which is also in that 7th house of long-term partnerships, has a trine relationship 120 degrees to Pluto in your 3rd house. So the 3rd house is the environment that we don't really choose. So this is our community, our neighbors, siblings, cousins. This is also basic learning. And so something about communication with your partner gladly and easily sort of transforms your neighborhood. So I don't know if y'all just go on a walk and communicate, and the sun is just shining brighter and the neighbors' houses are looking prettier. This is an easier sort of get along sort of energy that is on May 27th. And then on May 29th, we have what is called a Mercury cazimi. So a Mercury cazimi happens when Mercury lines up with the heart of the sun. So that's when Mercury is within 17 minutes of being in the center of the sun. This is when the divine sprinkles amazing and beautiful ideas around the planet. So this is when we can come up to solutions to problems, our next great idea. This is just a blessed time for mental energies. This cazimi is taking place on the East Coast starting at 6 p.m. on May 29th and going to 5:45 a.m. on May 30th. On the West Coast, it's starting at 3 p.m. on the 29th and then going to 2:45 a.m. on the West Coast. This is an excellent time to meditate, to journal, to just spend time quietly listening to those ideas just percolate. I really enjoy Mercury cazimis. This is in your 7th house, long-term relationships and partnerships, Sagittarius. So enjoy that cazimi. Then on June 1st, Venus lines up with Chiron. Venus has been going through your 5th house of creative projects, passion projects. This is kiddos, and it is lining up with Chiron that day. Now, Chiron can trigger healing. It can also trigger wounding. And when Venus lines up with it, this may be something to do with finances, creating a healing environment around the kids. This could be something about playing and having fun, being involved with those passion projects. Triggers an old wound that you find yourself a little teary-eyed that day. But something around those themes is happening. This is a fast-moving energy. It takes place on June 1st. Then on June 4th, Venus is sextile Jupiter. So Venus is, once again, in that 5th house, passion projects, creative projects, and kiddos. And it is creating this beautiful relationship with Jupiter in your 7th house. This is a fun, fun day. This is the kids, the spouse getting along, you having fun right in the middle of it. This is an excellent time to hang out with both kids, spouses, partners. That is on June 4th. That's an enjoyable day, Sagittarius. Then on June 5th, Mercury, which is in that 7th house, long-term partnerships, your mind is on your spouse and on that relationship. Mercury sextiles Mars. Mars is in your ninth house. This is long distance travel. This is mastery, what you're wanting to do to become the best, to be a guru in this life. You've really been motivated to learning and especially higher learning, the deepest truths. That's what's been motivating you lately. And some sort of communication or thinking about your partner is triggering you wanting to be involved with long distance travels and with learning. This also is a quick energy, and that's on June 5th. And then on June 6th, Venus moves into the sign of Taurus. Taurus is your sixth house. This is daily routines, work routines, health routines. So you're just going to have a little bit more fun throughout your daily life here for the next few weeks. This is whistling while you work. This is listen to music that you enjoy, having fun with your friends throughout the day. Venus in the sixth house makes taking care of your health a little bit easier. Going to the gym a little bit easier. So Venus will be in Taurus the rest of the month, Sagittarius. Also on June 6th, Mercury sextiles Chiron. So Mercury is still in that seventh house, long-term relationships. Chiron is still in that fifth house, the kiddos, the passion projects. So some kind of communication with the spouse either triggers a hurt or a healing around these passion projects. This is a quick moving energy, and that is also on June 6th. Then on June 8th, Mercury moves into Cancer. So this is your eighth house. This is your partner's finances, the secrets you keep together with your spouse. This is bedroom pleasures, also mundane things like insurance, real estate. With Mercury there, it makes it a lot easier to talk and discuss these topics with your spouse and business partners. Mercury will be in Cancer the rest of the month, Sagittarius. Then on June 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer. So once again, this is that eighth house. This is other people's money, your spouse's money. With Jupiter there, you definitely will have the opportunity to get blessed by other people this next year. It's just little favors, discounts, gifts here and there, but it's bound to be an abundant year, and it will be because of other people giving to you, Sagittarius. Jupiter is in a sign for about a year, so that energy will be there for about a year. Also on June 9th, Venus is squaring Pluto. So Venus is in that sixth house, your daily routines, the mundane, the health stuff, and it's got this frustrating relationship that day to Pluto in your third house. So that third house is siblings, cousins, your neighbors. It's the people and places that are in your life that you don't really choose. It's also basic learning and education. You may have become super interested in reading books recently or getting out into the community, but something about the fun you've been having in your daily life kind of creates a bit of a crisis moment in the neighborhood, maybe with your finances and the day-to-day routines. This is a fast-moving energy. It's not really a great or fun one, though, and that is on June 9th. Then on June 10th, Mars, which is going through your ninth, those long-distance travels. This is higher learning, the gurus, the teachers in your life. You've been motivated to learn more, to maybe not travel more, but you want to travel more. Mars has been going through this house, and on June 10th has this beautiful relationship to Chiron in that fifth house of passion projects and kiddos. So something about learning more and growing and becoming a master is helping to heal any of these wounds with your children or your passion projects. This is a beautiful energy, and that takes place on June 10th. Then on June 11th, Mercury sextiles Venus. So Mercury is in that eighth house, your partner's money, the investments you have with them. This is other people's resources, and it is making a friendly connection to Venus in your sixth house of daily routines. So I don't know if you are given something that day or there's some sort of positive surprise, but this is a beautiful energy, and you'll more than likely enjoy that day on June 11th, Sagittarius. Then on the 13th and 14th, we are feeling the energy build up. Mars is coming into a square to Uranus on June 15th. So Uranus has been going through your sixth house these past 7 years, causing just chaos, and you've not really been able to get your daily routines structured because Uranus has been there just causing surprises and the unexpected, and you keep having to adjust and move things around, and you've not had much of a routine these past 7 years. And so on June 15th, Mars, which is in that ninth house of long-term learning, long-distance travel, that area of mastery, your calling and destiny in life, it's going to hit a hard relationship with Uranus that day. So there's some sort of interruption in this progress of learning. It may not be a permanent stop. It could be, but it's going to be some kind of disruption in the flow, some sort of pause, sort of moment, and that is on June 15th. Then on June 17th, Mars moves into Virgo. So Sagittarius, this is your 10th house of career. This is the legacy. This is how people see you in the world. And Mars moving into that 10th house, you are motivated more than usual to be at the office, to accomplish more, to get that promotion, to get that raise. Working late's going to just be what you do during this time. And this will be Mars is going to be in your 10th house for approximately 2 months. So that energy will definitely be there throughout the rest of the month, and like I said, approximately 2 months. Then on June 20th, the sun moves into Cancer. So Cancer rules that 8th house of yours. So this is the house of other people's money, your spouse's money, your shared resources with them. This is just part of your yearly cycle. So this is the sun's kind of putting the spotlight on your partner's finances. This is the time of year this kind of bubbles to the surface every year. This is just part of your yearly routine, Sagittarius. Then on June 22nd, Mars in that 10th house, work and accomplishments, sextiles Jupiter, newly in that 8th house of your partner's finances. So it's something about you being at work and being so motivated to work is benefiting your partner, your finances, and probably benefiting you in the process. So that energy is there for you on June 22nd. Then on June 24th, we have what is called a Jupiter cazimi. This is when Jupiter is within the heart of the sun. So on June 23rd, we may feel like God is a little bit distant, that what we want, that abundance, is just a little bit out of reach. But as the sun and Jupiter start to perfectly line up, all of a sudden there is divine blessing, divine protection. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. This is June 24th. So the sun lines up with Jupiter at about 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 10:30 a.m. on the West Coast. This is a wonderful day to meditate, to do some law of attraction exercises. The universe is wanting to be generous with us. We need to let it know what it is that we want. And so that energy is there on June 24th. Then on June 25th, there is a new moon in the sign of Cancer. It's at 4 degrees. And Sagittarius, once again, this is your 8th house. This is your partner's money and your shared resources. So we will talk more about that new moon in the next video. But I appreciate you hanging out with me today, Sagittarius. So please like, subscribe. I've got those links and discount codes down below. And I appreciate you hanging with me. So I will see you again soon.